Lungs have a memory of the bad girl I used to be, flirting with disaster, heart beating faster with every drag. It's a drag that the worst things for you are so much fun to do. Breathe me out, I'll breathe you in. So ready to begin again. Kiss me before you go. Oh, how it aches so good. It's understood that I'll be hanging by a thread. Kiss me before you go. Oh, how it aches so good. Burst of flame followed by a spark. I should be far too smart for this, but your kiss is temporarily unavailable. Kiss me before you go, so I'll just let it burn. Kiss me before you go. Oh, how it aches so good. It's understood that I'll be hanging by a thread. Heart has a fantasy of the good girl I long to be, skirting the disaster, legs running faster from every choice. It's a choice when the worst things for you are what you choose to do. Seek me out, I'll take you in. So ready to begin again. Kiss me before you go. Oh, how it aches so good. It's understood that I'll be hanging by a thread. Kiss me before you go. Burst of flame followed by a spark. I should be far too smart for this, but your kiss is temporarily unavailable. So I'll just let it burn. Kiss me before you go. Kiss me before you go. Kiss me before you go. Oh, how it aches so good. Kiss me before you go. Oh, how it aches so good. It's understood that I'll be hanging by a thread. Kiss me before you go. Burst of flame followed by a spark. I should be far too smart for this, but your kiss is temporarily unavailable. So I'll just let it burn.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, one and all. I'm running a little bit later than I wanted to, but trying to get my feet under me and get started today. Took a little bit longer. So yeah, we're going to be back with some co-streaming stuff. I was actually doing a little bit of research before I started up the stream here, because I wanted to see how, like, preview, like the image preview thing works in Phoenix, and to see if I could maybe key off of it to do like the preview of the CSS file. And the possibility exists there, I think. The one piece I'm missing is how exactly to get the hook to fire off, because it looks like the live upstream hook, or the live upload hook, I should say, actually fires off an event here. This PHX file live update, or live file updated. So there's a potential that I could capture that event in a hook and say, like, when this is updated, go grab the, the temporary file that was uploaded and serve that up as a preview thing. So we'll see. I'm gonna kind of put that aside for a moment and work on the other page, which actually lists all the things that you've uploaded and all that stuff. We'll work on that a little bit, just to kind of get something done, get my feet under me, and just kind of move at least a little bit forward. And then, because I do want to take a step back, and I do want to see, because there's two things I really want to do with the CSS custom uploads, and that's, one is during the validate phase, I want to be able to run a scanner over the CSS, make sure it is in fact, CSS and well formed and all that stuff. And then also I want to do the preview. Now, the preview thing, what's interesting about the preview thing is I can still work on the preview, because I can have that on a separate page for now, and then I can, once I get that kind of working, then I can kind of look back and see, is there a way for me to make the preview work as soon as you drag and drop a file onto the uploader there, which it looks like it's possible. It looks like to me what Phoenix does internally is it serves out like, you have this live image preview is what it calls, and it looks like it grabs the entries URL, which is the entries uploaded and put into a temporary folder, and it looks like it just grabs the URL of that temporary folder and then serves it out of there, rather than in the static folder. So since live image preview seems to work, if I can do something similar to this hook, and this is the internal Phoenix hook, excuse me, that is attached to that tag, then potentially I can work with that. So we'll see. The thing is, this calls live uploader get data entry data URL, and I don't think I have access to the live uploader here. I don't even think I can import it or anything. But what does get called is live file upload. That automatically gets called from the tag that I use, and that fires off this custom event. So I'm thinking maybe I can just put a hook on the page that just listens for this event, and then based on that can do what it needs to do. The problem here is it's dispatching the event on the element. It doesn't look like it has any actual payload with the event. And the same thing kind of is true with the live image preview. Like, it doesn't fire off an event, but it does, like, it grabs some data elements, like upload ref and all that stuff. So I may have to, data PHX entry ref, that kind of thing, in order to grab the URL from it. So that's going to be the interesting part here, is if I can do this stuff. Like, this has an attribute of pre-flighted refs, active entry refs. So it gets the pre-flighted ref for this one, for the updated, and then active refs is empty. It sets the value to null of the elements, and then dispatches the event. So active refs comes from PHX active entry refs. So probably I can pull this data thing once I hear this event, because it's dispatching the event on that element. So hopefully this custom event, if I do a event that get target, it hopefully will have the element as the target, and I'll be able to then read the attributes off of it. So we'll see. Again, I'm just kind of, I eventually want to get it in there, but I'm not gonna kick myself in the head too much today on that one. I like this still. I want to make some forward progress. I feel like this is kind of it's a spinning my wheels kind of thing, and I feel like I can maybe do some of that. Like, I can do other things and then just kind of come back to this on my own, maybe off stream or something, and kind of work on that a bit. Anyway, are you guys up to speed? Excuse me. Oh, I swear I'm on my second cup of coffee. Bringing you guys up to speed with what went down last night. As far as the Small Feature Friday, I have a bug fix that I need to do a pull request for. That was on the title. Fix the title so that the edit button doesn't disappear if the title of your stream is too long. It also puts ellipses at the end of the title, and you can roll over it and see the full title without the ellipses and that kind of thing. And then got about 80% of the way through the notifications to streamers that they can are now eligible to be featured on the homepage. So this one here, notification when eligible to be featured on homepage. I'm about 80% through that. I've got most of it in place. I got the job there that will run every half an hour to check it, and got the column in the database, and really all I need to do is put the UI stuff, put the banner on that's going to show up, have the buttons there to allow you to dismiss it, and also have a link to the settings page. And hey, Psychotic, welcome. And then it's just a bunch of testing. So I'd say about 80% done this guy. So that's good. That's what happened last night. So should be good there. But today is just going to be some co-streaming stuff. So I had started to work on this page, I think, when we last left. And I'd like to try to get some more traction on this. So let me wrap my brain around where these controllers are again. I think it's... was it channel... Custom layout manage? Yeah, this is what we were working on. Custom layout manage. I just started to do this. We don't need the allow upload. Co-streaming. Manage co-streaming custom layouts there. And probably don't need a layout change set. Yeah, no. I mean, you will be able to do changes here, but it's mostly just delete or go to the... Actually, it'll just be delete. You won't be able to edit a layout that you uploaded because it has to go through the whole GCT flow of permitting it and stuff. So you'll only be able to just delete things. So we can get rid of that too. From there. You'll just have to upload new versions of it if you want new versions of it. The weird thing about that's going to be if you have a co-stream setup that's pointing at that custom layout, and then you delete it. We'll have to handle that case where it's just like it drops you back to maybe a carousel layout or something like that if the layout doesn't exist anymore. So that'll just be an additional case to keep an eye on. Also, I guess as part of the, you could do that too. As part of the delete, I can go back and set any of your co-streams that were set for that layout to automatically update to the carousel layout or something like that. Yeah. Or I could just warn the user too and say, like, you can't delete this because it's being used. There's a couple different ways you can handle it. I get the feeling like that's probably, I mean, that's the more heavy-handed approach to it, is to say, like, look, you don't have a delete button because this is in use, and then kind of force the users to change their layouts because they're going to have to anyway. And that, yeah, that might actually be that might be the correct way to do it, because there would be no other way for you to know. Like, if I do it that way, then I'll be able to, on this page, tell you all the spots where you've used it, and that would let them upload a new one and then delete the old one too. Yeah, right. Because it would be, and by forcing you to change your references to that layout, it also allows me to give you a list of all the co-streams that are using the layout, so you can just go through the list and be like, all right, I gotta fix all these. Or I could do like a bulk change and say, like, hey, I want to move all these that are using this layout over to this other one. And I just upload it. That's assuming it's approved. But yeah, I think that gives a little bit more. I think that's probably a better idea in general. So yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to approach it. Do I have that on? I have the delete buttons here, but I think that's the logic I'll put behind them. And then submitted ones you can just delete whenever, because they're not actually, you can't actually use them yet because they're not accepted. So that's probably the better way. Excuse me. So I probably should have another column on here that shows like what layouts are using it. Maybe not the actual layouts, but maybe it'll be like show you the number of layouts that are using it, and then you can maybe click a button that shows you the list. Or you can just say like, or just have a button that's like bulk change or something. Let me think. I think I definitely want the number on there. So we'll say this number posted co-streams. No, what do I call it? Number of co-streams using layout. Zero, one, right aligned. Oh, is that? Did I put a period instead of a comma? Yeah, put a period instead of a comma there. I'm like, oof. Like, why isn't that working? Maybe change the text color for any layout in use. I could do that. I try to avoid changing text colors just because we have both dark and light mode, number one, and number two, if people have green red color blindness is pretty common. But I also have the status here under the submitted ones. I think the ones that are still pending review or rejected will be down in a different column. But I think it's okay to have another column here for the number of co-streams using the layout or something. Because then I can put I can put not only a number there, but I can put a button here. It's like, you know, bulk change or something, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's a little awkward. The title of the column is a little awkward, but I think it'll be. I think it'll we'll see. I'm not too keen on one way or the other here, honestly. At this point, I think I think this is good enough to kind of just get a visual of what we're looking at, and then as I flesh it out a little bit more, maybe I'll think of something else that's a better way of displaying it. Or I could even just say, actually, you know what? I could just make this a status thing. I can just say status, and I can just say not used in use. Just like 20L. Maybe that's more. That might be more descriptive of what's going on. You could even do in use 3. Yeah, that's true. You could do that. In use, like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea because that's a little bit more understandable, I think. That way, if someone does have a couple of them, which who knows if they ever will, but if someone does have a couple of them, they can just look at a glance and say like, oh, this one, I'm not using this one anywhere. I might as well get rid of it, or what have you. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see what we can do here with this. Did I save that? Oh, yeah, they're saved. The custom layout manage with settings controller. Layout upload. Custom layout manage. Live render. Layout manage, right? Go streaming alive. Custom layout. Layout manage. And then I think there's a how did they, there was a little trick that they did to get the not a trick, but there's a check that they did to for emotes to know which one of those pages to show up. I think it's User or channel preference? No. User preference. User settings. Controller, here we go. Update profile. Update channel. Update channel. Emotes. Live render. They got emotes, they got upload emotes. Is correct. So then, how did they choose between these? Was it here? No, probably in here somewhere. No, this says just everything to do with uploading. How did they choose between which one of these to call? Probably on the page itself. I think it's on user sidebar. Active user emotes path. Route to user settings path. Settings path. Is it? It must be in the router. User settings emotes. Emote. Yeah, there's two separate ones. Things emotes, upload emote. How does it know? Why is my why are my upload things not in here? With all the other co-streaming stuff. Did I put that somewhere else? Here, upload, Oh no, here it is. Streaming. Custom layout up. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll add the get users settings channel streaming custom manage. Streaming live. Settings controller. Custom layout manage. That's what I called it. Yeah, custom layout manage. Co-streaming settings controller. Right, that's where I pointed it. Yeah, okay. Okay. But I have that in there, but then how did we determine which one you end up going? For emotes. Global emotes. Right, okay. GCT controller. Review emotes, GCT controller. That's the other thing too, I gotta do the GCT side of this too. That's it. So how did we... There's definitely logic in here somewhere that says if you don't have any emotes uploaded, it takes you immediately to the upload emotes page. Otherwise, it takes you to the manage page. And I know I saw it somewhere, and now I don't know where I saw it. Upload emotes. I feel like this is too late to do it there. Do settings controller. The only referenced emotes. Is it in profile? Settings? Your profile. No, it's definitely not in there. No, emote. Oh, here it is. So it goes to the, okay, so it goes to the management page first, and then if it finds out that you don't have any emotes, then it redirects you to upload emotes. Okay. I thought for some reason I thought it did the logic somewhere else, but I guess not. I guess not. Copy that part. So in here, are the custom layout manage. Okay. So in here we go. Do you have any layouts? So which we'd have to fetch anyway. So I'll say get or approved layouts and pending layouts. If length approved layouts pending layout greater than 0, you that else. Paste this in here. And we'll say instead of user settings path, it'll be custom co-streaming. Streaming settings path, and then it would be router at custom layout manage. No, custom layout upload. There you go. I'll just end up redirecting you in a loop. That's not what I wanted. Layout upload. All right, and then there's the way to list the routes, because the routes are handled. The names of the routes are generated by Phoenix. I think it's like mix route list or something. Oh, for crying out loud. Really, YouTube? More of this goddamn spam? How many freaking times do I have to ban these? How many times do I have to report and ban these people? These bots. Okay. So reports, content or spam, and then hide user on this channel. Boom. User's messages will be hidden. Cool. All right. Take that. hot girls for you. Stupid. Oh, YouTube. Oh, YouTube. It's telling that the bots are only getting through, like, I don't know. It's funny. I guess there's just more people reporting them in the gaming section than there are in the science and technology section, I guess. Who knows? This is what I want. Mix PHX routes. So if I run that, it should tell me all the routes that are defined. Assuming it compiles correctly. Okay, so it would be... So here's custom layout manage, here's custom layout upload. So it is co-streaming settings path. There. Which is what I have here. Okay, that's good. That should be correct. Now I just gotta pull out the layouts. So where's my co-stream? Yeah, co-stream custom layout. No, that's not what I want. Co-stream lookups. Yeah, this would be a good one. Here, so if I feel like, did I put any in there already? Co-stream custom layout. Oh yeah, I did. They're already in the co-stream custom layout thing. I was like, I feel like I've done this. So pending rejected. Get me the pending and rejected ones and get me the approved ones. Okay. So I just have to call those. Co-stream custom layout. Alright. Fair enough. I have that as an alias already. So we'll get the approved ones, the co-stream custom layouts. That's get approved layouts for channel.id. Co-stream custom layout that gets pending rejected for channel.id. Okay, and we'll say sign approved layouts, sign pending layouts. That's good. We still need some more data though, because I'll need to know if it's in use, how many co-streams are using it, which is easy enough. That's an easy enough lookup. I can just do a. How should I bring that data back? I guess I can just do a select against the co-streams table and look at the Did I add a column for the custom? I don't think I even added one yet, did I? And actually, I don't even need to do that. I can just tell it to pull in the CoStream, like, because there's going to be an association between the CoStream and the CoStream layout. So when I've pulled all the layouts in, I can just tell it to just populate the CoStream portion of it. Which is going to be it'll be a list. So it'll be many to, or one to many. How does that? I guess that comes in as a belongs to in ecto parlance, maybe. The CoStreams. Yeah, I don't have the column in here yet. Okay. That links the CoStream to the custom layout. Actually, I don't need a column though. Wait, what happened here? Oh no, that's right. No, I don't need a column. I just have the CoStream ID, right? That's a primary key. Oh no, I do need one because it's one to many. Yeah, so I need a column. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I need a column on CoStreams that has the custom layout ID, which is the primary key of the custom layouts table. And then, which would just be a has many. No, has many. It'll be has many going back the other way. It'll be has one from CoStream table to the CoStream layout table will be has one, and from the CoStream layouts table, the CoStreams table, it'll be has many. So let me just make sure. I think so. Has one. Has one versus belongs to. What is this? This difference between has one and belongs to is where the primary key belongs. In this case, we want the avatars table to have a user ID column. This adds a user ID column to the. There we go. Associate user and avatar. Right table. This is not bad. Like that track, so it goes onto my like list. Let's associate the user with the avatar and vice versa. One user has one avatar belongs to one user. The difference between has one and belongs to is where the primary key belongs. In this case, we want the avatars table to have a user ID column. Therefore, the avatar belongs to the user. Create a migration that adds a user ID reference. Adds a user ID column to the database with references and entry in the user table for the avatar we added belongs to field. The schema. That's not really what I want. I do need to add a column to. Do need to add a column to the table, but it doesn't really belong to. It's not a requirement. As long as there's a macro. Which uses a foreign key to make the associated schema accessible through the avatar. Our user we add has one field to the schema. Has one does not add anything to the database. The foreign key of the associated schema avatar is used to make the avatar available from the user. Okay. One to many. One user has many posts. One post belongs to one user. Belongs to reveals on which table the foreign key should be added. For this post, we create a migration add to the user ID reference. Post references users. Belongs to user. Okay. The user we add has many fields to the schema. So it's okay. I see what they're getting at. I see what they're getting at. So what I do here, what I do here is we're going to need to, let me get the schema set up properly. Get a stream. Tables, here we go. So in co-streams I want to, before I make changes to this, let's revert back so I don't make the mistake of changing it and then trying to apply the migration and it just not working. So I want to go back, so it's mix ecto rollback to, that's 2022 0514 174338. Okay, now we can change this. So I want to add add it right after the layout type. And custom layout ID. preferences. I have here GoStream custom layouts. And it can be nullable. Custom layout ID. Users reviewed by. Oh. Oh, true. Okay. Custom layouts. And then custom layout ID. We have that in place. And then stream. Here's the layout type. Field custom layouts. Would be actually not field. It would be belongs to custom layouts. Stream custom layout. And I'll just say on replace nullify like the other ones. Layout. Okay. Okay, so that's fine there. That's the custom layout, and then on the other side of it, stream custom layout. I can just say as many GoStreams. How do you do, what's the as many GoStreams? Okay. Should be finish that GoStreams. Is that correct? Glimish co-streams? Did I do? Wait. No, Glimish streams co-stream. I'm like something's not right here. Glimish streams co-stream. There we go. It didn't say it was a structure. Like what? What's going on there? Okay. It has many there, those streams. Limit Streams, Co-Stream. That's the reverse association. And I think that's everything. Co-Stream table, custom layout ID, references, Co-Stream custom layouts. Okay. All right. Let's ecto migrate here. Next ecto migrate. Western custom layouts design exists. Ooh. Okay. Invalid association co-streams and co-stream custom layout. Associated schema Glimmer streams co-stream does not have a field. Co-stream custom layout ID. Oh, because of how I named it. Stream custom layout. Can I do what's the other one? It's custom layout and then co-stream some layouts. Can I do a through one here? As many schema. Functions as many. Foreign key. That's the foreign key. Not to fill any other schema. Yeah. Okay, that's what I want. As many foreign key is foreign key is custom layout. What I called it? Layout, yeah. And down here, I have to change the order that I'm doing this. So, CoStream. I didn't know about the CoStream custom layouts table because I hadn't done it yet. I gotta make that be the first one done. Or at least have it be done before CoStreams. So it can create the associations properly. This only references channels and users which already exist. That's good. Okay. Save that. Let's try this again. Migrated. I got that warning again though, didn't I? Room streams, CoStream does not have a field custom layout. Over. Is it not the foreign key defined in here? Is it the actual table? It should map to a field on the other schema. Oh, to a field. Don't we do this elsewhere? How do I do the invite? The stream invite. Belongs to CoStream, belongs to channel. Okay. Passing by the corners that I used to play. Thinking about the homies who lost their life. Pouring out a little liquor for them today. Behind all the smiling, there's a lot of pain. I learned to keep it moving on these jokers. And if you feel me, you should do the same. Can't say belongs to a custom layout. Invite. Belongs to CoStream. What am I doing wrong here? Belongs to CoStream, but this doesn't have many on the other side. Or what? No, it does, because CoStream has many, right? Invites. As many guests, yeah. As many guests. And on the other side, belongs to CoStream. Okay. CoStream belongs to custom layout. Custom layout has many co-streams. The only difference is the foreign key there. And what's it complaining about? CoStream does not have field custom layout. I mean, technically that's true. It doesn't, because it's not a. It doesn't actually write the field. Oh, you know, it's probably. I know what's going on. It's foreign key would really be. Would really be the CoStream ID. It's saying not have field custom layout. CoStream does not have field custom layout. I did ID there. Guess I won't now. What did I call the? What is it in here? Let me just do it that way. Layout ID. Let me just see if that will have any issues. Yeah, prefix files unused. think it's okay with that now. Okay, I think it's happier now about that. All right, so we have the link in there in the database, which I should actually check on. So this shouldn't have changed. It didn't. Okay, but this definitely should have changed. Yeah, custom layout ID. And then there's a foreign key here, right? Yeah, CoStream custom layout ID, foreign key, references CoStream custom layouts ID. Yep. Is correct. Okay. Good stuff. Ah. Oh. Alright, I wanna stand up and stretch my legs for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break. Nothing too fancy. I'm all cramped up right now. I can just feel it from sitting here. So I am going to take a quick 2-minute break and then I will return, my friends. Hang tight. Okay, I am back. Let's go the screen back up here. All right, that was a good, run in place, do some jumping jacks. Just basically get the blood flowing back into your extremities after sitting for a little while. It doesn't. Yeah, it's funny too. It doesn't bother me as much when I stream at nighttime, because by that point I've been up and down. Like, I have a standing desk here, so I'll have had the desk up and down several times during the day. So at nighttime I don't feel it as much, but during the day it's like during the day it hits me faster than anything. Anyway, let's so also gave me kind of a moment to gather my thoughts here. So I think this relation is working, which is good. So now time to test it. So I want to grab the actually, it's CoStream custom layouts. It's in here, isn't it? Yeah. So let's just add it to here. We'll say preload CoStream. Wait, what is it? CoStreams. Same thing here. Preload CoStreams. So then that means with that one call now, I've got the CoStreams list coming back, and all I really need to do is count it. So I don't need to even do that in the back end. Where the hell's my layout manage? Here we go. Yeah, so those will just get pushed out to the front, and then I can, in the HTML, just get the count from that. That should be pretty straightforward. So let's do that. Let's get that looking like something. I don't have that open. CoStream layout manage. Here it is. Okay. Manage custom layouts. We are going to have a form. Probably don't, actually, I don't even need a form, I don't think. There's not going to be anything on this page. So we'll get rid of the form altogether. And we'll say, I want tables. Now I'm going to kind of snarf tables from another thing just so I get all the, classes right. Stream. Manage index. Here we go. Table. Invitations table. I'm just going to take the invitations table here. One, two, three, four. Yeah. Okay. Copy of that. Here. Okay, this will be available layouts table. COM12, background color. All right, and so we want this to be name, status, next channels, visible channels. So, name, status, max participants, max channels and visible channels, don't I? But I think I'd rather call it participants, max participants and visible. Participants. I'll keep it in theme with everything else. We got status, name, status, blah blah. And then we loop over what we've got. So, what did I call it? Approved and pending. Layouts table. So approved in layouts. Approved layouts. Approved row and then approved that ID. That name is correct, right? Yeah, name, max participants, visible participant. Name, row, approved ID status, approved status. It's not really a thing. It would be it'll have to be something else that I put in there. I'll just make it name for now so I know to fix it. Or I'll just, you know what, I'll make it a status there. Max participants. Visible. And we'll have a button. Invite button. Put the close button on there for now. That would be delete layout button. Approved.id. Remove layout. Layout is that, and it's approved ID. That should be, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, that's for the approved, and then a duplicate for one, two. Yeah, all right, and then duplicate for pending and rejected. Pending layouts. Well, this goes to pending. Oh, hey, ZeroFX. I'm doing pretty good. I am doing rather good. We're just kind of moving along right now, trying to get some more of the, trying to get the layout management, custom layout management page up and running for the co-streaming. I punted a little bit on the preview for now, but I'm going to come back to it and take a look at it. I definitely am going to look at the preview in terms of like the GCT controller, which I think is the next thing I want to work on. So I can at least get it working from that perspective, because I know where it's uploaded to and I know that's going to work. I just need to, I want to work out the live preview of the drag and drop thing, but I'll work that out off camera since I have a little bit of time this week to do that. So otherwise, yeah, we're moving along. We're moving along pretty good. Had a good small feature Friday last night. I got a bug fixed for the edit button disappearing if you, the edit stream button disappearing if your stream title's too long on the channel page. I got that almost ready to go. And then about 80% done on the second thing I was working on last night, which was the notifications to streamers that they are now available for, that they're now eligible for the homepage. So this RSV stuff's kicking your butt. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's made some decent progress on that stuff. So I should have hopefully 2 more pull requests as a result of last night. Soon enough. I still have to I have to finish what I was doing with the notifications, and then which is just mostly the visual stuff, and then also get the tests written for that. Otherwise, lots of stuff, lots of stuff. So hopefully the next time. Hey, Techno Freak, welcome. So hopefully the next time Clone gets an opportunity to push stuff out to production, we'll have a halfway decent list of stuff that you guys will be getting. So we'll see what happens with that, because it's at I think there's 3 pending right now. 2 were mine and 1 is someone else's. Yeah, 2 are mine, and then this is this one never finished? Oh, I see. Because he's first-time contributor, someone needs to actually press run on the thing there. But Kian Mang here went through and ran an automatic code thing to fix all our typos. Fix a whole bunch of typos in the code and visible ones out on the pages. So there's like 3 of those waiting, and then I'll have 2 more shortly, hopefully, for that. So successful all around. I think yeah, this is the one notification when eligible to be featured on homepage. That's what I was working on last night. This one's, like I said, about 80% done. The next thing, I was thinking about what I'm going to do next week, and I think I want to tackle the homepage thing. Looks like there's a lot of redesigning of the footer, so I can probably mess with the homepage without touching the footer, at least. But I am thinking of at least starting. This is a rough one because the homepage is so visible, everybody. But I was hoping to like start to move things around and get the category, the number of live streams in each category showing up, and move the categories to the top of the page, and maybe get the 6 streams that are visible, maybe kind of group them a little bit differently. I don't know. Kind of my thought there, because I could probably do that in like one night. My CSS abilities notwithstanding. I don't know. That's one of those like. I hope I'm not undoing someone else's. You know, it feels like there might be someone else already in the process of doing something like that, and I hope I'm not undoing what they're going to do. With regards to that, I mean, there's other things on here as far as suggestions go. Like, I like streamers that that they followed but haven't watched in a while. I think the other thing. So I had proposed the highlight new streamers with a tag and filter option. I've been leaving that kind of sit out there for a little bit to, so everyone has a chance to kind of take a look at it. But it's already got 4 votes, so I might also do that too first and just knock that one out. So I don't know. I'm kind of I have a couple options for next Friday as to what to jump into there. And haven't gotten much traction on the can we provide more perks and rewards for subscribers. I've had a few ideas here, but I haven't heard very much from the community as to what else they might want to see there. So this one I'm kind of just letting simmer for a while, let it sit out there for a bit and see what happens. So, because that could be like a larger thing. Because what I was also thinking was, before I even try to tackle that, there's a, where's it at? Suggestions, votes. There's the add gifts to chat, which has 7 votes, and this one. The only reason I haven't tackled this one yet is because it seemed like it was more of a medium-sized change. But I did do a little bit of research into it, and there might be like a library that I can just use that would make it a whole lot easier to add it to our stuff. At least, from the UI perspective, I think there might be like a picker and stuff that I can use. And then it's just a matter of making sure the back end of the chat works properly, which I think will be fine. I'll have to look at it. I haven't really looked at how the chat works beyond like surface level, so we'll see on that. But I was thinking of that. I was thinking of using, I think Google owns Tenor. Yeah. And the API for this is uncharacteristically relatively simple, considering that it's owned by Google. But I think I was also looking to see if there was a Elixir library for Tenor. I don't see one. There's Elixir Give, but I that's on Tenor, so that's not really the right one. Of course, I'm getting like. Of course, they would call it Tenor, and so I'm getting all kinds of singers. like, can you make it even harder to find stuff? But if I say maybe Tenor JavaScript, there might be a thing here. Tenor gifts could be a good thing to make sub only. That's what I was thinking, actually. I was thinking of because it kind of tied in. That's why I was thinking like I probably could do that first before I tackle the like sub only like colors and stuff like that, because I could give the power to the streamer and say like, look, do you want, number one, do you want this on at all? And number two, do you want it only available to subscribers, or do you want it available to everybody? And just leave that choice on the streamer and let them decide what they want to do. GIF spam might kill chat speed too. It did on Mixer. That's also a possibility that I have to worry about. The thing with Tenor is, and the reason why I kind of lean towards that more than Giphy, is it's got Google behind it, and it's got they actually tell you on, like, I was looking through the dev documentation, and they actually tell you, like, you can cache our stuff, but we really don't want you to cache our stuff because it's pretty fast. It's like, okay, sure. So we'll see. I think I know that there's been some complaints about the chat even as it is when it comes to performance. Like, I think someone every so often, I forget who it is, I've seen them like report bugs in the Discord. They'll type in a chat message and they'll hit enter, and it doesn't look like it's doing anything. It just sits there because it's just, I guess they're on a really slow connection, or they had a really slow connection. And then they'll hit enter again, and it'll end up like submitting it 2 or 3 times. And we really do need to put like some kind of indication that your message is in the process of being sent or something like that, for one thing. But for another thing, yeah, we need to like look at ways that we can maybe make the chat not slow down too much. I think one of those things is, oh, you've had that happen to you a few times too? Never does send until you reload the page. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can replicate that. I might be able to. In Chrome, you can simulate a slow connection, so I might be able to replicate that with the dev tools in Chrome. See if that does it. A WebSocket disconnect? I don't know. There's definitely something with WebSockets going on, because again, we still have that bug with the page every so often just refreshing, your stream every so often refreshing, even though there's no problems. So I suspect WebSockets are to play there too. Like, it feels like it feels like to me that there's like a WebSocket either failing. Well, yeah, it feels like to me that there's a WebSocket connection that's either getting closed or is failing in some kind of way. And I believe that Phoenix tries to reopen the WebSocket connection when it's closed. Like, it tries to reestablish a new one. In the case of chat, I don't know why it doesn't recover, but in the case of the like stream or something, it seems to recover, but in so doing, it forgets. It refreshes the entire page because it's not sure that the page is still in sync with where it's supposed to be. You know, it's, instead of patching pieces of the page, it ends up redoing the whole page, so it makes sure that everything is copacetic there. So I think something like that's happening, and I don't know the culprit of it. I know I've seen like some HTTP 101s come back, which is what is it? HTTP 101 is like, yeah, switching protocols. I've seen this a couple times, and it seems to come from Cloudflare, which is like a DDoS protection service. But it also, like as I say here, it's used with WebSockets a lot. So it might be just completely normal, you know, because it's saying like switching protocols, but it's not saying like upgrade required. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I do suspect it is something with, maybe there's an error in the socket, maybe the socket is getting closed. I have no idea. Pretends upgraded in the background. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. And mind you, like, my WebSocket knowledge is still very novice level. You know, I have no idea what's going on. That's right. That's all right, Trexel. You don't have to know what's going on. You can just chill and listen. It's kind of like when I watch like This Old House or something like that. Like half the time I don't know what the or what was it the new Yankee Workshop or whatever it is on PBS. It's like half the time I don't know what the tools are or why it's different, why this bit is better than this other bit, but I just kind of like chill and like listen to it. It's kind of nice to just listen to. And at some point, something amazing comes out the other end, and you're like, oh, it would be really cool to be able to do that. Now, I'm not promising anything amazing at the end of this, but, you know, I'm just citing an example. Yankee Workshop. Isn't that the dude who did woodworking with old tools? No, it's Norm Abrams, who just like has every tool known to man, like everything. Like you know, he's got to make some weird, crazy, 72.5 degree cut, from upside down. He's got a tool for that. You know what I mean? It's just funny to see it, because it's like yes, you too can build this cabinet, and then he just like rolls out like 20 machines. It's like okay. I guess technically, if I had access to a workshop like that, maybe yes, I could do that. You heard a promise for something amazing at the end. I disclaim any promises. I disclaim any amazing promises. There will definitely be an end. Whether or not it's amazing or not is another story. Remember this woodworking one where a guy made amazing things using old school tools? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, and I don't remember the name of it. But yeah, I mean, I was watching on YouTube the other day. I don't remember the name of it's like Black Tie Woodworking or something, I think is like the name of their company and/or channel or something like that. And he the guy takes this old pieces of wood and makes like desks and tables out of it, but he's got like, he'll fill all the knots in the wood with like epoxy resin, and there's all these crazy colors with it, and he like, the one I saw the other day, he was cutting all kinds of holes out of it and then patching it with pieces of wood from a different tree, and like, oh yeah, no, this is totally beautiful, and he's like sanding it and it, like, does a coat on it, and I'm like, I guess. So it's like some things like that are kind of interesting. I mean, he did this like, he made like a tape. Was it a table or was it a mantelpiece? I think it was a mantelpiece. That was like, it was wood, but I swear it looked like marble. Like it was black with, white streaks through it. it looked like it was marble, but it was all wood. And I thought that was pretty impressive. But yeah, it was a very shiny too, like shiny like marble would be, if polished marble. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Tenor.js. Feature-rich client for Tenor. Tenor.js v2 will be coming soon. Until then, please report any issues that arise. API key. When was this updated? 3 months ago. Okay. Tenor's own policies. Any content pulled from Tenor publishing library has to be labeled one of these ways. Yeah, I know that. Code. Content filter. Custom locale. Minimize the media types. Yeah. One more. Native date formatting has been implemented. Why? Oh, the Woodwrights shop. Oh, nice. Is that a... Oops. Alright. Wow, 37 seasons. Oh, since 1979. Huh. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I've seen this guy a couple times. Yeah. Yeah, now I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know this guy's name even. Is this? Season 37. Jeez Louise. Is this still going on? Oh, Roy Underhill. That's the guy's name. New episodes air in the fall. Huh. I assume this is still... Seems like it's still active. TV schedules? Oh, that's taking me to PBS. He's got a school that he teaches. I mean, that makes sense. New listings. Well, that's not working. It might not be on. Might not be airing anymore. It doesn't let me choose a local station. Oh, maybe it's being blocked here. Well, definitely block that Facebook ad, that's for sure. Huh. Yeah, no idea. But that's cool. Yeah, I know. I've seen. I remember seeing this. A couple of his episodes at one point. Yeah, cool. Used to love to watch that show all the time. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like you start with see them come walking in with just a couple 2x4s, and then by the end of the episode, you're like, man, that's what came out of that. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's always the fascinating part. Yeah. Seeing something just appear out of an amorphous of nothing, you know? What is this? Deformatting has been implemented. Having localization. Deep format. Huh. I don't know why they care so much about the date formats, but fetching trending GIFs, list of trending items. This is all JavaScript, which is good. That's pretty much all we really need, because they really advise you not to cache the stuff. So then all we really need out of it is the actual image URL, and then we're good. And it just goes to the back end. Huh. Watch the next Roy Underhill make website widgets for nothing. Mem Underdog, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, technically a lot of this stuff is, at the end of the day, is still nothing, right? It's all virtual. You can't hold it in your hands. I still have massive respect for people who can make physical objects, because I cannot. I've never had that ability. Virtual stuff, though, yeah, I'm passable. I don't know why I'm looking at that. I'm trying to find my. I'm gonna try to find her. I'm trying to go to the code. Okay, so what do we got here? Max visible. This is pending delete layout, pending ID, layout. Is that what I called up here? Yeah. Pending ID. Okay. All right. This should give us something to look at. Potentially. So, custom layout. That's the wrong one. Too many things here. Custom layout manage. There's our mounts. So then I should change the link to go to this one, because this will redirect you. That was that profile, user sidebar. Digital artist, I can't draw anything more than a stick figure. The digital is still valid. I mean, there's a reason why my channel avatar is just a screenshot from Cube World. It's like I am limited to just glorified cut and paste to make any kind of quote unquote art. So I hear you there. Anyone who's got any kind of artistic eye has gotten me beat by a country mile. Oh no, it's not on this. It's on the index. index age. Much of your art is just a screenshot, yeah. You know, there's a, but I mean that's the thing, right? It's still like there are people who have the techniques, and there are people who have the eye for it, right? And it's hard to have both in abundance, right? It's like either you know how to properly get the brushstrokes on the canvas, so to speak, that's empty, or you just, you know, you have an eye for what looks good, but you're never starting with nothing. You're not starting with a blank canvas. You're starting with something, you know. And I mean, even starting with a blank canvas, like I've seen enough. Well, what's his name? I've seen enough painting to know that it's like, you know, when you're painting a portrait, you're starting from the back to the front anyway. So even though the canvas is empty, it's never really empty for very long, because you're just there, you're painting the sky and you're painting what's going to be your background base color, and then you're just painting on top of that and painting on top of that, and it's adding detail as you go. So it's kind of like it's kind of sort of the same thing. It's just where your starting point is, you know, how fleshed out your starting point is, I guess. A digital code artist? Sure. I do joke that even though technically I have a bachelor's of science in computer science, what I do tends to be more art than science. You know, because it's one thing to write the code. It's another thing to write the correct code. The correct code for the correct job, you know? Laying things out on the page so that they make some kind of logical sense to someone other than another developer. That kind of thing. Yeah. So there is a little bit of that. Yeah. Post button. What? Where's the button at? Manage block channels. Am I going blind more so than usual? Allow co-stream, use co-stream tags. Post button. Post the co-streams. Oh, I put it on the host page, didn't I? Because it applies to there. That's why I can't find it. Post the co-stream. No, it's Manic? Manage co-streaming. No, it's definitely not that. Index host. Participants. What the hell? Where did I put this? Where did I put this button at? Goes back to CoStream settings. Custom channels list. Okay. Let's fire up the server and see if I can find where I put the button at. Can't find it right now. Local hosts. There it goes. Settings. No streaming. Yeah, it's on here. Manage custom layouts. Why can't I find it? I don't want to search over there. I want to search over here. Manage. Oh, here it is. Create new. There you go. So co-streaming. So this should be custom layout. Manage. There we go. Yes, Bob Ross. Yes, that's who I was referring to. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. I'm so bad. I'm so bad with names. Names, dates, phone numbers. 3 things I've always been terrible at. Luckily, I don't have to worry about phone numbers anymore. I don't have to worry about remembering those. But names and dates always been my worst thing. I don't know why. I can remember faces. I can remember voices and personalities, names. Pretty good, actually. I'm bobbing my head. Let's give that a like. Okay. So, we can wire this up. We go here. Undefined column. Really? Rejected reason does not exist. Something happened with the oh yeah, something did happen here. What happened to the rejected reason column? Did I just forget to put that in there? Oh, I just forgot to put that in there. Oop. Rejected, what is it? The stream custom layout. Yeah, field rejected reason. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I didn't put that in there. I gotta revert this first before I do that, though. Alright, let's revert this, and then I'll fix that. Should be able to just go back in history here, right? Yeah, roll back that. And then we want add rejected reason. Bring nil. Save that. Huh, okay. Migrate. Reviewed by ID does not. What? I guess this is the first time I've really. This is the first time I'm really going against the database for this, so I guess that makes sense. Reviewed by ID does not exist. Oh, because it's called reviewed by. In custom layout. How do I tell belongs to I want to use that thing. Foreign key company ID. The associated as one has many field. Foreign key options set with the same value. What's ID? Okay, so I just set foreign key to what I want, just like the other one. Foreign key viewed by and user doesn't refer back to it, so now what? What is your error? Don't tell me what your error is. You know what? Screw it. I'll just rename it reviewed by ID. Easier at this point. Reviewed by ID. There we go. It's column name reviewed by or approved by. It's. I think it's a reviewed by, because the reviewed by ID applies to whether it was approved or rejected. So the last person to either reject or approve it gets the reviewed by ID. I don't think there's any reason to like have a separate one for both. Because I know there could be a situation where one person rejects it, another person approves it, but I don't think that matters at the end of the day. I think we can just keep the last one who did anything to it. If it were like a voting thing where like 3 out of 5 had to approve it, then it would be different then. But I think for something like this, we only really care who was the last one to touch it. Now, that said, I could leave the rejected reason there. Like if it was rejected once and then someone come along and approved it, then you could leave that there. But I think at the end of the day, well, and actually the other thing is too, so if something gets rejected, the only thing you can do with it right now is delete it and re-upload a new one. So all that data is going to get lost anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, because like once it's rejected, that's it. You can't like edit it to upload a new one on it. You have to delete that and upload another one. So, and I believe that's the same way it does it with the emotes too. I don't think you can upload another. I don't think you can maybe you can. I don't know. I don't think you can replace an emote that's already there. You have to delete it and then re-upload it with the same name that it had, if I'm not mistaken. So at the end of the day, I don't think I'm any different than that, at least. So there's some kind of consistency there. May also want to know who rejected it. Yeah, well, I'm not going to show the streamers who approved or rejected it. They'd have to go through the API, if even that, to see it, which these aren't exposed to the API. Because I think that's just that breeds problems, I think. As far as like GCT is concerned, they'll be able to see it, at least until it's deleted. There could be an argument to like have an active flag and say, like, you know, when you delete something, it just makes it inactive. But I think in this case, I think we just want it to go away, because it's, you know, not only are you deleting the record, but hopefully you're also deleting the file on the server as well. Yeah. Other GCT people, yeah, oh, yeah, no. When I do the GCT controller, because I'm gonna have to update that so that they can come in and approve and stuff. I'll have that on there, so that they can see who acted on it, so they know. Yeah. Which I imagine is the same thing for the emotes. I have to look at what the GCT controller looks like for emotes, and I'll probably just copy whatever is there and make it look very similar. I mean, there's going to be more stuff theoretically with this because I'm going to want to. I'm hoping that the scanner that I'm going to introduce that can scan the CSS file will give me a way to like pull out all the images and stuff, so I can show the images in another tab, so the GCT member who's reviewing it can see all the references to external images that you've made in the CSS, just in case, you know, just in case there's something a little risque in there, you know, so to speak. I'd like to see if that's a possible thing that I can do. I haven't actually tested the external images yet with the CSS because I suspect it'll work, but there may have to be like I may have to do like something with cores, so the browser doesn't block it. I'll have to see. An idea: make co-streaming an opt-in sort of thing, as in one streamer opens it up and others then have to join. That is presented when the co-stream is open. Well, that's you allow externally hosted images. The streamer could swap out the image after the review. Yes. I mean, we're not getting rid of the reporting. We're not getting rid of the reporting stuff. So I think part of this is going to be, we're going to have to, you know, say like, if you see something undo well, you can report the stream, and I think it should still count as a thing. You know, we can't really stop people from being nefarious. We can make it a little bit painful, but not necessarily outright stop them. But I think it's you know, we'll see. I feel like it's, you know, I think if I were to block all external images in the CSS, I feel like that would even more severely limit the options you have, because I do want to believe that there are, and I'll get to Trexel, I'll get to your question in a second. I do believe that there are I know there's always going to be people who want to, you know, who want to ruin it for everybody. But I do believe there are quite a few who will be creative in a positive way, and I don't want to necessarily hamper them, especially when at the end of the day you need a human to identify whether something is above board or not. So we're not really taking the human out of the equation, one way or the other. So I mean, that's my thought on that. We'll see, though. There could be a technical limitation that stops me from doing it. But I think the risk is worth it. Famous last words. But I think the risk is worth it. Because I think it. I would in my mind, and here's where I go into crazy land. In my mind, I see like a speedrunning tournament where you've got, say we'll say 4 participants, but one's just a host, who is not really streaming anything. They're just streaming their audio. So they could be like a hidden sidebar thing. And you've got 3 speedrunners who are competing with one another in like a Breath of the Wild, a Link to the Past, you know, Zelda, A Link to the Past, randomizer, key sanity craziness. And they're all streaming on their own channels, but they're co-streaming together, so everyone who's on their channels and on the main channel can see and hear everything and see and hear all the runners. And maybe that host then has some kind of custom layout where they've added some flourishes like, custom made backdrops for, that are Zelda themed or whatever, or themed around the speed running organization or something like that, tournament brand. Yes, exactly. Tournament branding or whatever like that. You know what I mean? And so I think that is more important that we allow something like that to happen than it is that, oh my God, somebody changed their background to boobies, or something to that effect. It's still not desirable, but I think, I think we're all humans and we can all figure out what's acceptable and what isn't, and someone ought to report that, and the GCT ought to be able to make a determination on whether that's acceptable or not, So Trexel, make co-streaming an opt-in sort of thing, as when one streamer opens it up and others have to join their co-stream by clicking a button as presented when the co-stream is open. That's kind of what we're doing. The difference is that, and here's where I'm kind of like, I'm kind of regretting making it as heavy-handed as I did. But my idea was that you create a co-stream, you as the host, you say, I want to host a co-stream. And so you create the co-stream title. If you want to, you can put the category and tags in there. You don't have to. And then you select what the layout is going to be, whether it's one of the built-in layouts or whether it's a custom one that you've uploaded. And then you say how many participants you want, the maximum number of participants. So 3, 4, whatever. You create that, it's saved in the database. Then from that page, that same page, you say, okay, I want to start inviting people. And so you invite, say, 3 or 4 people to it. And then those invites show up in the co-streaming settings page for the streamers that are invited. They don't get like a notification of it happening. It's just there, the invite's there and just waiting for them to go onto their settings page and click it. So they'll still have to be, you'll still have to communicate with them over like Discord or whatever to say like, hey, I sent you an invite, that kind of thing. Then they have to accept that invite, and that's just like the preamble. That's just the setup. And then for the co-stream to actually happen, the host has to go live, and they have to say, they have to press the start button on the co-stream. Once they've pressed the start button on that, then everyone who was invited and accepted the invitation, from their channel page, they can click on the co-streaming thing and it'll show up in there, and they can say join. And as soon as they say join, that's when they actually join the co-stream. And this way here, you can kind of set it up ahead of time and you can reuse it. You don't have to keep setting up a new one every time you want to do a new one. That's great if you want to plan, if you're planning something ahead of time. I do kind of regret it a little bit because, it's a very structured way of doing it, but I also think there's going to be a need or a desire for an unstructured thing, like you're kind of alluding to, where it's like, I just feel like doing a co-stream right now, and I just want to hit a button to create one and have it start immediately, and then I want to just have people, be able to invite people immediately and have them join immediately, that kind of thing. I think there is a use case there that I'm not really serving. I mean, you kind of am, but it's a little more heavy-handed than that. So, So yeah, I part of me also wishes that I had modeled it more like a Discord kind of thing, right? Where it's like you start an event and like a channel, like a video channel in Discord. You know, you start a channel, you go on there, you connect, and then everyone else can connect to you of their own accord, and then you've got something going. It's a lot easier to. There's a lot less steps involved. So it's a hard one, right? Like I took the really super structured approach to it, and that may very well be the thing that pushes people away from it, is that there's just a lot of steps that are involved. And I don't know. I guess I won't really know until it goes out there and people are like, I hate this. And that's fine. I'd rather people say like, I hate this for these specific reasons, because then I can go back in and go, all right, let me see what I can do about that. Does watching the co-stream count towards the viewer count of each channel that is involved? No. So which one is it? It counts for the viewer count counts for the stream that you're sitting on only, just like it does today. So if you've got a co-stream of 4 channels and there are 3 people in one channel and 2 people in another channel, it's not 5 viewers, even though technically it is. It's really 3 people on that one channel and 2 people on the other channel. There's a thought there that when we do analytics, that we take into account co-streams and maybe give them their own category. And I think that's a good idea. The way we're doing the analytics right now is not ideal, but if we can integrate better with the service that we're using for like general website statistics and use that as analytics, I think that's definitely something that I think is important, is to say like, hey, this was a co-stream. You know, we can count the individual streams, but let's also count how many were in the co-stream too, just so you can see for your own benefit, like, oh, this is how many people we had across the board, as the host, you know, or even as the guest, I guess too. It wouldn't matter one way or the other. So I think that's a good thing to have, to kind of pull out of there once we actually have some analytics stuff in place. So I agree on that perspective. What about taking the image and just converting it over to base 64? I think if we do, it's a thought. I think though, at that point, I would probably have, and that might be something worth doing. If it becomes a big problem, I think at that point I would probably have people upload not only the CSS, like zip up your CSS and all your images into a zip file and upload that whole zip file, and then we could extract those and keep them together. At that point, that obviously takes up a lot more space, but I think Mytho's doing something similar with the interactive stuff, where you have to package up all of your images into like a zip file or something, and upload that whole thing, and then he's reading it out of that. I think he's doing something similar. So that's definitely an idea. I think I think it's okay for us to kind of roll the dice at first and see what happens. And then maybe come back to that. Because again, I'm getting very mixed signals about whether or not anyone's actually going to use the co-streaming. Like there are a couple people who are like, I'm definitely going to use it. And there are a lot of people who are like, I'm not going to use this. Why are you bothering with this? So I kind of want to wait and see on that one and see if it's worth the effort to do that, or whether this whole thing is just going to not be used by anybody. In which case, oh well, you know. It also opens whoever's reviewing to malicious files. Not really. At the end of the day, those things are going into image tags on the browser. So the worst thing that could happen is that there's a pixel tracker, and they're tracking how many hits happen to this image and where they came from, and the hit will appear to have come from the Glimesh servers. So I think there's a limited problem there. There could be an issue with, I guess, not PNGs, but maybe PNGs, because you can do some SVGs. There could be a thing with SVGs, because you can do some funky stuff in there and crash people's browsers and stuff. But again, we'll have to see. I don't even know. I guess you can pull an SVG in via CSS. I'll have to look. But that might be something that I can block with the CSS scanner thing, and say don't allow certain things like that. You know? People will likely use large images, so you need to consider space concerns to go there. Yeah, I mean that's the other one. The archived route, yeah. Yeah, because then, you could, like right now I don't have an upper limit on how many of these you can upload. But if we did like have it where you had to upload an entire zip file, yeah, we'd have to put some kind of general limit on it. Like you have X amount of space and you can upload as many things as will fit in X amount of space, kind of thing. Which I think is also something that they're looking at for eventually for interactive. I think right now you can only upload one interactive widget, and that's it. But I think Mytho was looking at like being able to have like maybe a pool of space that you can kind of upload into, as long as you fit within that, like 100 megs or whatever, then you're okay, kind of thing. Trolls will be trolls no matter how hard you try to stop them from being trolls. It's true, but I think it's also prudent to make their life a little bit more difficult. Like you're never gonna stop a troll, but you can make it so that it's a real pain in the butt for them to troll, right? There's a lot, if you make the road bumpy enough, a lot of them will get bored and move on. You think the project gets deleted at the end of the stream? It has to be yeah, it was something like that, Psychotic. It was like you could only have one, or it got deleted at the end of the stream, or I forget exactly what he said, but yeah, I think I think that's exactly what it is. Because I know he was trying to figure out how to deal with the space issue too. Yeah. Yeah. And that would make sense that at least for the initial rollout to be like, okay, we don't know how much space people are going to use, so let's just do it this way for now, and then once we get a better idea of it, then we can look at like persisting some of that stuff. That's why base 64 makes sense. Well, yes, but you know, the problem with the base 64 is I need to I still need to decode it to show it, right? So if I base 64 and code an image, sure, the file is safe, but then if I want to show that image again, I gotta decode it, right? So it's kind of the same. If it was going to be malicious, you've now made it. It'll now be malicious again, right? That's why, and you know, hash check the image. But what would I hash check it against? Like, I guess known virus hashes, right? Like, I don't know what I would check it against. Oh, against the original hash that was approved. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. And maybe that's what ZeroFX is talking about, is to do just make a one-way hash of it. If that's what you meant, ZeroFX, then I apologize. That I was thinking you were saying like encode the file, but I think maybe you were saying make a hash of it, and yeah, that would be the way to go. Like, you make a hash of the file, and then you check against the resulting file on the other side that it still has the same hash. The only Yeah, we'll have to see. Because what would have to happen is when the co-stream started, you would have to I'd have to like scan the CSS to get the images back out again, and then check all the images again before launching the stream. Which could be a thing. A64 only converts the text into an image and saves space. The file would have to be reviewed regardless of which way you're doing it. Yeah. Yeah, it's right. I mean, one way or the other, the humans gotta look at it. And I wonder. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know. I agree that there is a potential problem there. Not even a potential problem. There would be an exploitable problem there. I'm trying to think of what the worst outcome could be. I mean, obviously they could crash your browser, which if someone's uploading a custom CSS that crashes a browser, they're just hurting themselves at that point, because you can't share the layouts with anybody else. At least not through Blemish anyway. You'd have to do it manually. And everything is contained within a shadow DOM, so they can't, even if they put JavaScript in there, they can't break out of the shadow DOM to call things on the page. They could still get like access to, you know, the regular JavaScript engine stuff, like, you know, Navigator and Document, but it would be their own document, not the full document, the shadow document. So they could still like see your browser capabilities, and they could access cookies and probably local storage. But we're not putting anything there that's sensitive anyway. Capture your IP address. Well, I mean, that goes without saying, because the IP address is going to be in the, like, if they stand up so any service that has so for instance, if I throw an image up on my droplet up on DigitalOcean, and I'm running Nginx as my web server, I have an access log, right? So every time somebody hits that image, whether it's through the browser or whether it's a link that I've provided somebody, I can see their IP address, right? Because that's just part of the web server. So those are never really protected. Of course, you know, if you're jumping through a VPN, then they're only getting the IP address of your VPN if you really want to protect yourself. Yeah, we're doxing, yeah. But again, it's like the IP address is never really honestly, is very rarely is it ever a protected thing, right? Like, people can get your IP address pretty easily, and without even having to use any like special tools. Like I said, Apache web server, Nginx web server, right away, just out of the box, you can grab somebody's IP address just from them accessing the image on the server. If you're hosting the image yourself, if it's coming from like Imager or something like that, it's probably a little bit more difficult, because I don't think they give you access to any analytics to see where it's being used. And it's a thought that we could say, like, you could only use images from well-known image sharing sites, but I don't think we even restrict that in the profile, do we? Like, I think in the profile section of your channel, you can pretty much pull images from anywhere. So even today, as it stands, somebody could put an image there that's got a tracking pixel in it. Or, you know, they can put a link there that goes through, like, I mean, one of the things that a lot of people do is they'll put a link to their like YouTube channel, but it'll be one of those URL shorteners, right? So they'll jump through that to get to their YouTube channel, and that will track, you know, the actual number of people who've clicked that, and use that for their own analytics to say, here's how many people came from this link that I sent out. You'd never allow an end user to upload a zip. Well, yeah. I mean, if you most of the time zips can be most frameworks can parse zips now, so they can look at them. They can look at the files inside the zip. So it's not like you're hiding anything. And if they can't look inside the zip, if the zip isn't well formed, then it just gets rejected, you know. For manual review, I can inject malicious code into an image file and gain access to the server. I don't know if you can gain access to the server. You might be able to gain access to someone's browser. I'm trying to think of how you would access the server. Because it's not like the server code's not running it, it's the browser that's running it, right? Yeah, but it's not being opened on the server, right? It's being the a URL to the file is being put on the in the image tag and then put into the HTML. Now, if we had something that was processing the image, then I would agree with you. And actually, we do process some images. Like your profile picture and stuff, we do run that through a command line thing. What is it that does that? The transform. I think we do it for upload emotes too, don't we? I think we do it on emotes. Static emote. Yeah, we pass, like your static emotes, we pass through SVG Go on the command line, and we do look at those and mess with them. We do a transform on those. So from that perspective, if there was a if you uploaded an SVG file that somehow made SVG go crazy, then yeah, from that perspective, yeah, you could do that. Yeah. I think SVG Go is the only thing we use. Where's the channel poster? Yeah, channel poster uses something else. It's using PNG. This might be the Image Magic thing. Yeah, I think this is using Image Magic to convert your thumbnails to 1920 by 1080 and center them. We create smaller thumbnail images for anything? I think so. Yeah, for your avatar, we have a portrait and a landscape version. Although they're both running the same code, it looks like. And that might be just to kind of center it. And to keep it to 250 by 250. There's that. The stream thumbnail. stream thumbnail is, it looks like, is a reduced version of the stream, so it actually reduces it down to 832 by 468. So, you know, I'm streaming at 1920 by 1080, and it's reducing it down to that for the other pages, the listing pages and stuff. But yeah, there is some transformations going on with this stuff. This would be a smaller thumbnail image, but this is spitting it out as a JPEG. I think the only thing that had the SVG was the emotes. Here's the animated emote. But we validate the animated emotes can't be bigger than 256 by 256. Or smaller than 128 by 128. So, I mean, that doesn't stop you from making a... but these actually are uploaded to the server, though. These aren't external things. Always a pessimist when it comes to security, being a system in for so long. No, I get you. They're good questions to always keep in mind. And I wish I had better answers, because honestly, this is if this were Java, I could answer you a lot better. But it's like, I'm still very new to Elixir and Phoenix and all this stuff. So I'm kind of going on faith that if there was a security issue, someone has found it by now and has fixed it. Because we're using stuff that's basically out of the box. But I get you. It's always a good idea to be on your toes and make sure things are working the way you want them to work, and that they're secure. That's always the toss-up, right? Is like you want to give your streamers the ability to customize the experience of their channel, but that customization comes with a cost, which is, you know, you can have someone come by and potentially do some damage, and it's always a balancing act between the two. They'll put ease of use over security. Well, this isn't really ease of use per se. This is more customization stuff. I get your point though, but it's one of those things, right? It's like we could make a plain Jane vanilla streaming site that allowed very little to no customization, and it would be a hard sell, right? But if we can, like, even if it's a little bit, even if it does open up some potential for security issues and we have to stay on top of them, it might be worth the effort to be like, you know, let's let some of this, let's try our hand and see how it goes. You know, because nothing's going to be 100% secure, especially when it comes to user generated content. But you know, it comes down to what's an acceptable risk and what isn't an acceptable risk. And I think the one good thing that we have going for us is that we don't have any personally identifiable information on the site. And if we did, I'd be far less courteous when it came to the allowing customizations and stuff. But we don't. You know, all that stuff is, you know, most of that PII is in Stripe. not on Glimish. So, like, we don't have addresses, we don't have phone numbers, we don't have real names unless somebody puts their real name in there, So, it's a juggling act. I definitely that's not me saying we should allow ourselves to be insecure, but it is me saying that sometimes the risk is worth it? Question mark. For want of a better term, sometimes. What did Captain Kirk say in Star Trek Generations? Risk is part of our job. If you want to sit in that chair, I think he said to the captain of the Enterprise B. If you want to innovate, you kind of have to take a little bit of a risk. Not take it lightly, but at least a little bit. At least acknowledge that there's, maybe it's worth trying something, and well, I mean, we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell if this was a horribly bad mistake, or if everything kind of is okay. I don't know. I have no doubt there are people out there who will want to make it a horrible mistake. I have no doubt of that. I just hope there's more people who do appreciate that we can have nice things. We'll see. I don't know. Get that. Alright, I did that. This is migrated. So, is this work? Oh, no. I guess I didn't migrate? I did change it, right? I did by ID, yeah. Do I have to change it? No, I think it's fine over here. Okay, let's see. See what this says. Now this is asking for approved by. Why? Did I copy things in here? What did I ask you for an approved by? Where's this come from? Custom layout manage 13. Approved layouts. Did I just... Oh, yeah. Approved at. That's why. That was on me. Same thing down here. Okay. Okay, it took me to the upload because I don't have anything uploaded yet. Yeah, there you go. Risk's part of the game. You want to sit in that chair. Kirk the Harriman. Yep. That's what I was thinking of. Yep. We'll say test. And I'll just throw this up here. Okay, so that upload. This should actually go back to the main thing, but that's fine. I can fix that. Hosted, manage. Okay, there we go. I just need to get section titles in here. We do that. Where's another page I can look at? If I get the same, I know how to do it, but I want to have another page to look at, so I get the styling the same. Next post. There we go. Right, yeah. That works. Take that, and let's go over to... Where's that? Custom layout manage. Manage custom layouts. There we go. Alright, we'll go one right here. Approved custom layouts. That's pending rejected. I'll say uploaded custom layouts. Okay. All right, a little bit better. And got the delete button there, so we got 2, 1. I haven't wired up the status yet. Actually, I can just pull I can just pull the status from the thing, right? Oh, I don't have an actual status. That's what it is. Yeah, I need to say whether it's approved or pending or whatever. So that would be pending rejected. So I'd have to say, okay, case pending. No. Have to be have to use condition, I think. I think condition. Yeah, condition do. So here we say pending rejected at not equal nil. Then it'll be I can just do get text here, right? Get text. Rejected. And then pending. Rejected at. Should I use is nil? I think I should use is nil because I have a feeling that's going to be a thing. Is nil pending rejected. You know what? Pending. Let's say not is nil. I could make this just the else and say pending. I think I'll just do that. Because if it's approved, it won't be in this list. I'll just make this the catch-all. So it's just pending. That is how you do the catch-all, right? Oh, you just have to be true. That's right, because it's looking at booleans. So we'll just say true here. Okay. Save that. Syntax error. Yeah, I was wondering if it was going to like that or not. And actually, this is not the proper, like I didn't put an equals there, or I didn't put an equals here, so it doesn't know that it's supposed to return text anyway. So that's fine. I had a feeling I was going to have an issue with that, so do it this way. There we go. Equals text pending. I guess I gotta do. Otherwise, nothing will come out of it. There we go. Good. Save that. Okay, that is pending. All right. It's bare bones, but it's working. In fact, I think we'll make this. Where's that? We'll make this take up the whole width. That's a little bit better. We'll probably use a little more space there too, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I guess I could put some in there. Do row. I will do padding top. Oh, I already have padding top of 3 here. Oh, you know what? Let's do. I have margin top of 4. That's padding. I'll remove it from this one. Okay. Probably put some text up here just to make it look a little less empty. We're good so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I not put a 5th column here? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 5 columns there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It's just there's nothing to show because there's no row. So it makes sense. Okay. You mean to ask, is there a reason the following count is static? Oh, you mean at the top of the page? Up here? I think it's just an oversight. Because it's, obviously if you refresh, it changed. So I think it's just, it was just never wired up as a thing to be, to update. Because you have to do like you have to have a WebSocket that's updating every so often to show that has changed, whether it's a poll or something else. I think they just forgot to do it, or not forgot, but they just it would take a little bit more effort than just getting it on there. So I think it's just that's an enhancement that would be good to have. I think I have that on my list of things too to take a look at as like small updates. But yeah. Yeah, no, there's no particular reason for it other than it's just it's just not wired up to handle that yet. So it's getting dark in here, my friends. I just realized like how dark it's actually getting. Freaking 5 o'clock, and it's like almost It's pretty much past sundown now. I think I'm going to stop here today. I think tomorrow I want to get the GCT side of this set up. So we'll run in with my GCT user here locally and see what that involves as far as like getting the workflow going on that. Hopefully it won't be too much. And then we'll take it from there, my friends. So we're still making progress, still moving forward. We got another page kind of done here. And still have to work on, the preview and stuff, but that'll be something that can be going on its own. And then at some point we got to come back and just revisit all of these pages, because I know at least most of these are still working fine, but I know there's the host co-stream, the create a new co-stream page has some issues, particularly with the tags and all that stuff. So I think the one thing I want to do on this page is take this whole section, the category tags and game, and just put it in a modal that's optional. And just have a link here that says like change additional properties or whatever, and then it'll just pop up a modal with this stuff in it. So it's easier to manage, because right now it's just it's a pain in the neck. And then because also the layout type, whenever you change that, the maximum number of participants you can do changes with it. So that's kind of messing all this other stuff up. And things of that nature. And also for some reason you can click down here and it still does the tags, which is just annoying. So get this all fixed up and working a little bit better. And just kind of run through the flow and make sure everything's still flowing well enough. It's hard to say because it's been a while. But yeah, there'd be like the co-stream button down here would show up if we were in the co-stream. Actually, this is set as live right now, so that's why it's not showing up. Let me do channels and let's do offline. Also, I think it's also not showing up because stream active is false. Or not stream active. Is that? No, stream active is not what I wanted. It was allow co-stream. That's what I wanted. True. Go. Update those. Yes, now we have the co-stream button back down here again with the dashboard and all that stuff. So okay. Allow tuna fish sandwich. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon we'll jump back in, do some more things, get this rolling along. And right now I'm gonna traverse the nighttime, avoid the vampires, get to the nearest Wawa, and get me a hoagie or something for dinner. I am a bit hungry, and that will be that here. Let me go and save. Where are we at here? Get not do it on the other tab just so I can see what's going on. Let's go. Port. Get add. Get status. Router. Blah blah. Co-stream. Manage layout tables. Yep, I modified all those. Get commits. New co-stream layout manage page. And let me hide this for a second while I retrieve my password. And that. There we go. All right, so that is all pushed out to my repo. Yep, had recent pushes less than a minute ago. Excellent. Excellent, Smithers. Stop the database. We'll close the windows. And remind me later, whatever. And we'll keep it there, my friends. I think that's everything. All right, so that does it for today. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and watching and keeping me company and asking questions and helping me out and offering suggestions and all that stuff. You folks rock, and I appreciate you very much so. And Glimmage is only going to be as good as everyone can help make it. So you guys are very important, and thank you for hanging out. And like I said, schedule-wise, tomorrow I'll be back for some more coding, some more co-streaming stuff, and that will end my streaming week. Off on Mondays as per the usual. Tuesday night I'll be streaming some. I'm going to be revisiting Interstellar Rift game because it's been a while. Been a hot minute since I've been in there, so I want to kind of see what's going on with it. And then Wednesday and Thursday nights are kind of a toss-up. I don't know if I'll continue with Interstellar Rift or if I'll pick something else up just randomly and play it. I don't really have a schedule beyond that. I know next Friday is going to be our Small Feature Friday as per usual, so we'll be having some more, maybe knocking some more features, some more small things out, and bugs and other things. And next Saturday and Sunday I'll be right back here again in the afternoon for some more co-streaming stuff. And then also Thursday night there won't be a stream because that's actually Thanksgiving, so there won't be a stream Thursday night, but Tuesday and Wednesday there will be. I forgot that's Thanksgiving week. But I do have some time off coming to me, so I'll probably be doing some more stuff off camera to help out with the try to move co-streaming along a little bit further. So hopefully by this time next weekend we'll have made some additional progress. We'll see. Anyway, like I said, that's it for me, friends. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Who are you and how did you get in here?
I'm the locksmith. And I'm the locksmith.